Are you ready, ready, ready? Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Okay. Welcome to our podcast. The whole idea is that we get to talk about books that we like and then also other stuff that might interest us, like games, articles, just like stuff that we've seen. And yeah, so this is just a place for us to come and share our thoughts. Oh, first of all, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Chavez.
I am Namo.
And we are the hosts of this podcast.
Thank you guys.
But anyway, so for our first week, we each have one book. You know, show them your book.
I love my book.
I also love my book.
If we figure out good editing, maybe we'll have the books like. So what's that nice ass book cover that you have?
Huh?
What's that book?
This one. So this book is Intermezzo by Sally Rooney.
Oh, and mine is My Country, Africa. Autobiography by Andree Blouin. It's also called The Black Passionaria, but like I feel like that name doesn't even like really capture her. Because A, who's Passionaria? Maybe you guys know. And B, when I looked her up, like she's got nothing on Andree Blouin, bro. This is just like, anyways, I'm getting deep into the book. You can already see the heart that I have for the book that I read. So yeah, I think let's start off with Chabet. Let's see this Sally Rooney.
Anyway, so the book that I chose is Intermezzo. I read this book earlier this year. It was my first read actually of the year, and it's essentially about these two guys whose dad dies and basically how they deal with his grief. I think it was a very interesting read because like you get to see how the different relationships between the characters build, and I think also the author does this really interesting thing where you can see them navigating their grief, and as the story goes on it gets more coherent. Because one of the things that I really struggled with when I started reading this book was like the structure. I felt like it was very like erratic and very like it wasn't very like smooth flowing, and it was like kind of like doof 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 doof, like so much was like happening and it wasn't very cohesive and cohesive. But like as the book goes along and like they start to navigate their grief, you kind of see how the story like kind of like starts to make sense more, and like the sentences start flowing and you just like get like pulled into the story. Yeah, so that's this book. What else do I
Intermezzo.
Yeah,
it's always like, so like what are the characters?
There's
Sally
these
Rooney. She a great, obviously it's like work of fiction, right? So we're doing one fiction, one non-fiction.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about the backbone, about this author.
So basically, Sally Rooney, in case you didn't know, is an Irish author.
Rooney, fairs.
She's an Irish author. And this is her fourth book, if I'm not wrong. Fourth.
Damn.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah. So the story follows Ivan and Peter. So Ivan is like early 20s, like 21, 22, and Peter is like early 30s.
So is Peter the good son and Ivan the bad, or is it the other way around?
No, there's no like good and bad son.
But who's the one that like the dad is a bit more proud of? That sort of thing.
I would say it kind of is like Peter kind of like had to raise Ivan almost vibe.
Okay.
Cause like they had like some issues with their mom, doesn't really speak to them, and then their mom
abandoned them.
I think so, yeah, essentially.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, and then like they have like a weird like strained relationship with her, and then so they've been primarily like living with their dad. The dad is like, Ivan can do no wrong, because Ivan is like a chess prodigy.
Really?
Like he plays like professional chess. Yeah, like he's so good. I think he's like a grandmaster.
No
Yeah.
way. And that's the younger one.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean my younger siblings are just
Yeah.
like stop it.
So what happens is like shortly after his father's death, he goes to this community center place, like somewhere a bit out of Dublin, to like play an exhibitional, like to play. There's like a chess club, and they invite him to go there to play against like the people there, and like just see like, oh, this professional chess player, da, 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 da. But he's kind of like taken a step back from chess, like since his dad died.
So guys whooped his ass.
No. So then he ends up meeting this woman.
Oh.
It's
It's always love, bro. Your books.
No, but it's a
always
good story.
love.
It's a good story.
Love.
He ends up meeting this woman
It
who's like older.
couldn't just be like the good Edgar. It couldn't be his journey to becoming the ultimate. Nah.
Do you really like to tell you the story?
Okay.
Sure. So he ends up meeting this woman who's
bad.
like, yeah, but she's older than him.
How much older?
She's like in her 30s.
And he's
Like she's
early
been
20s.
married.
She's
and
been
everything.
married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like early 20s, and like they kind of like strike this unlikely friendship that like turns into something more. But obviously they have to overcome these like she has to deal with like overcoming these social expectations of like what's expected of her and all of these things, and he's like, I like.
So
love
she's
you.
also a chess player, of course.
No, she's not. She does not.
She's
She
like
just
a
works
gen-
at the community center.
Fair.
Yeah, so she.
You know, I heard those are the best relationships, though.
Really?
A study showed. Yeah, I don't know, but Instagram studies. No, like the study shows that like when it's like an older woman and a younger man, like the relationships last longer.
Really.
The flip side, yeah.
Fair
Which
enough.
makes sense because really women are in control of relationships, so like.
Fair enough.
Yeah, older. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going with this.
You just wanted to say that.
I really yesterday.
So then they have to like overcome this. So like they're having like their secret thing, but then it's like they kind of like actually fall in love with each other. And then they're like, yeah, now we're together. Towards the end of the book,
Good for
Peter
her.
has like more complex relationships in his life. He has this woman who he's like, okay, he has this woman who's like, he's like, they were together before,
She wrote two
and then
names,
something
like,
happened. Yeah, something happened like in their relationship, and they had to like end things. But like he's still like in love with her. Like he can never. And by the way, let me tell you, that thing is like it's so frustrating because it's like he's still in love with her, and he knows he can't have her, so he's just like ends up hurting someone else because now he has like a different girlfriend.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah, he ends up now hurting someone else because he can't really be with a person that he wants to be with.
Oh, why she moved on?
No, she's like, I don't wanna like, cause I think it was like a health
No.
a health issue.
What do you mean?
It was something to do with her reproductive health. And she was like, nah, like I know that you want all of these things and I don't want to like hold you back. So I think it's best if like we're not together anymore. So they're still friends, like they're like really good friends, but they can't be together in that way. So he gets this other girl who's like a bit young to be his girlfriend so that he can satisfy himself, like.
Yeah, I get
Yeah. And then so then now it kind of like follows that relationship, like him not being able to like be with the person that he really wants to be with. But it's not like he doesn't love this other girl, it's just like he doesn't love her the way he loved that first one.
That's so real, man.
Yeah.
And I get in trouble for that.
Yeah, so then that's
They forgot that right.
so that's kind of like the dynamics in the book. And then so Ivan and the mom have a really like strained relationship. Like it's 0 out of 10. Like they don't really speak to each other. But then Peter kind of like is like trying to
older
people
sibling,
please.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he kind of like has like a relationship with her, but like not fully, if that makes sense. So then what happens is like they end up like they talk, but they don't really talk. So it's like, yeah, they're brothers, but they're not giving like, oh yeah, I love you.
Oh, each one is just like doing his own
Doing their
kind of
own
thing.
things, and then they kind of like have disagreements and stuff. Like obviously, when it comes to the mom, because the mom was taking care of Ivan's dog because Ivan couldn't keep the dog and the dad had his dog before. And then the mom is like, come get your dog. If you don't come get the dog, I'm going to sell it. Da, 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 da. So now he ends up having to like go see his mom because of the dog. And then he ends up like talking to the brother. Then the brother has to like come. And then they end up like talking to each other again and like rebuilding that relationship. But then like Peter doesn't approve of his relationship with that other woman.
With the older woman?
Yeah, with the older woman. And then like they kind of like have a disagreement. And then, like,
so is it like,
Ivan
is she doing
pulls
some
him
mommy
out.
issues thing? Like some Freudian thing?
That's what Peter is like thinking.
That's what Peter thinks.
Yeah,
He's
but like Ivan is like, no, we're in love. Yeah. Yeah, and then so then now
I love her.
so then now like obviously like the colleague is like, you're such a hypocrite, da, 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 like your relationship
Do you
with
think that's what happened to
me.
Macron? Those are some serious.
No comment.
No.
No comment.
Yeah,
Hey, before, did you hear that? Did you hear that? They're suing Candace Owens.
For saying that stuff.
Yeah.
For what though? Wasn't she his school teacher?
Anyway, we'll discuss off camera. We'll discuss off camera.
We don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So at the end of the book, they end up like kind of mending their relationships. Like with the mom, between the brothers, they end up like just having this whole like big collective kumbaya moment, which was like, it was a really nice, like satisfying read. Like it came nicely together at the end. So I really enjoyed that.
So, what is Normal People?
Normal People follows Connell and Marianne like throughout their life. Because they like start a relationship, like it's a relationship in secret.
Connell the man?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Hey bro, you said the Connell like...
Connell and Marianne. They start, so Connell's mom works for Marianne's family as a cleaner, but then they go to the same school. And then they like have this like secret relationship, yeah. Because Connell is like cool in school, but Marianne is kind of like a social outcast. And then like, so they have their thing in secret, whatever, and then
because Connor's embarrassed.
I feel like low-key, yeah. But then also like Marianne is like very like shy vibes, so she doesn't really care what people think, and she's like, I just can't wait to get out of here. She also has like serious like self-esteem issues like from like her family as well, because like her brother is abusive and her mom is also abusive.
How is her brother abusive?
Bro, her brother beats her.
Bad.
Yeah.
And now Connor is like, oh no.
Huh?
Like, no, you can't do this.
No. Because no one knows at this point that the brother like does that. Because like her brother is also like one of those like big name people. Like everyone just thinks like he's so cool, whatever. So they have this secret like relationship, like the like.
Do you think you have that?
School. Do I think I have what? What?
Do you think your siblings are like, just tired of hearing your name all the time?
No.
Like, you never thought, like in high school, they would hear like, oh, you're more like Jabez.
I don't know. I hope not.
You'd hope not?
I hope not.
Damn.
Cause like, oh my god, what if they're like secretly resenting me?
Well, your brothers know me, they don't resent you. They just be like, your mom chicken has so many friends. You don't think they chatting like that?
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe.
You'll ask your brother next time you see him.
Yeah, we'll ask him. Oh, he
Not-
can
not-
comment. Keep your comments down below.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about, you
let's
ask
go.
Kipto, but it's far.
Kipto is so far.
It's
Like,
so far, yeah. But Kipto's gonna lie.
Huh?
He's going to lie. Be
we'll
honest.
see.
This guy's a big name on campus.
Yeah, and he goes to uni, he comes back now, like he like lives in town, so always like going to the pub with his friends, whatever. So they end up going to the same uni, and they like kind of fall out of touch, and then they meet like at a random party, and then they're like, oh, Connell, like, because he meets this guy in his class, and then he's like, oh, come to my house for a party, da 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 da. And then he goes to the party, and then they meet at the party, and then she goes, oh, Connell, like, it's so good to see you, da 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 da. And then she's like, yeah, no, we went to school together, all of these things. And then yeah, so then they don't get back together, but like they become friends again. And then she ends up going to study abroad and ends up getting this abusive boyfriend. Yeah, she really goes through it, man. She really goes through it.
But like, how is she? Okay, I guess she couldn't pick those men because she can't choose her brother.
Yeah, and then now I think kind of like, because I think from what I understood is kind of like she has this mentality where it's like she doesn't really deserve anything.
She doesn't feel like she deserves anything.
Yeah, so she just like takes this, like takes what she's given essentially.
Yeah, because that if she's given it, then that's what she deserves.
Exactly. So then
Dangerous.
now she ends up like, because all this time like she's still talking to Connell, and then she goes back home, and then like one of the days like she gets into a fight with her brother, and then Connell comes and like fights. Does he fight the brother? I can't remember if he fights the brother. He just comes and like stands up for her or something, and then they end up getting back together like after uni. At the end of uni, they end up getting back together, and then they're together. Everything is good, handy dandy, whatever. And then I can't remember if it's Connell or it's Marianne, but one of them gets this opportunity to go become a writer in New York. And then it just ends on that cliffhanger. So it's like you don't know if they end up like staying
so you
together,
never know,
or if they end up like breaking up.
She leaves a book on the cliffhanger and closes it forever.
Because then it's like it's a will they, won't they?
Yeah, and she just
like,
lets go.
Yeah.
She allows the fan fiction to do their job.
Yeah, but then again, it's also like the relationship between Connell and Marianne is like so like
complex,
tumultuous, and very like they kind of like hurt each other inadvertently, but like I think it's because like they just don't know any better. Essentially, yeah, it's a very
that's
complex
normal
stuff.
people.
That's normal people. There's this other one, Conversations with Friends. That one is so messy.
Really?
Yeah, it's about these two college girls who meet this woman who introduces them to her husband, and then one of them ends up having an affair with the husband. I remember reading that book and I was just like, oh my gosh. And you know what's so funny is she gets caught, yeah. She gets caught. They kind of end their thing, whatever. But she goes back. And I'm just like,
did she get caught twice?
No, because it ends when she goes back.
Lord, to my man. And then he stayed with his wife.
Yeah, he stayed with his wife.
Was he rich?
They were like comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the best thing, guys. Be comfortable.
Was they comfortable with it? Were they like kind of rich? They were kind of rich, I would say, because they also had like a summer house. Because they end up going on holiday with them, like with that couple and her friend.
Oh, they took them out. Oh,
they took them on holiday. They had like dinner parties.
So this other friend was just like, she was just having a great time.
They were just having a good time.
But so what did this woman feel that she wanted to bring two college girls to Ghana?
No, because I think it was like
what is that?
It was like what was it? How did they meet her?
I don't know.
I think she was like a writer, like a mentor to them.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is very funny.
So I was like, eh.
So Sally Rooney, great writer.
Great writer. I haven't read Beautiful World, Where Are You? I haven't read it yet, but I really want to read it.
So you really get lost in her world.
Huh?
You really get lost in the world.
Yeah, I think she writes good stories, and I think she also does like good complex relationships as well. So they're very interesting to read about. They keep you on your toes. Yeah. But another book that I read recently that was kind of like normal people is this book called Talking at Night, where it's kind of like Connor and Marianne in the sense of like they have this relationship that's like stretched out over the years, and they're like together sometimes but not really together because of like miscommunication, and like stuff just keeps happening. And it was a really interesting read, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't really know how they're gonna like recover from this, how this like ends up working out, but it was like a good journey to go through. Yeah, because what happens is there's these two twins, and one of them, and then they meet this guy called Will who goes to the same school as them. And then Will and the brother, because it's a girl and boy twin situation. So Will and the brother have further maths together, and then the sister, she's just like around. So one of the days, so they go to like this bonfire thing, and that's the first time that they meet him. They like speak, whatever, and then like the academic year starts. The brother and him have the same classes, so like they're revising together. And then one of the days he has to stay at their house because like there's a snowstorm, and then they end up talking again. And then like they kind of like have this thing where it's like they like each other, but then the brother ends up confessing to her, oh, I have a crush on him. But before this she was like, I can't be with you because like you're gonna like derail my plans, because like I have these plans to like go to Oxford, study, become like this successful person, and I can't get distracted now by like boys. So but then he's like, you know what, I'm willing to wait until like you get into Oxford, all of these things, like we can be together then.
Cap.
So then now halfway through the school year, when she's like, yeah, we can't really like be together, whatever, her brother tells her, I have a crush on him, please don't be with him, essentially. So then now she's like, on top of me just saying like, I can't be with you because of like school and stuff, I need to lock in, my brother also has a crush on you, so it's like I can't actually be with you. So then now
But like
they like meet in secret, like they'll meet in secret and like talk and all of these things, and then like
Connie, who is this guy? Guys just crushing on him across both sides. Oxford graduates are crushing on him.
No, literally. And then like, so it's the summer and it's his birthday, and they at this point they hadn't spoken to him for a while. Like that hadn't been speaking to him for a while because like obviously of everything. And then they go to his birthday party, and it's like on this cliff. Okay, so there's a cliff where and the brother gets really, really drunk. Yeah. And he falls off the cliff and dies.
Why are you smiling?
No!
Okay,
No, because it's like, oh my gosh, what do you mean? The brother doesn't die. So then the brother dies, yeah. And now she feels like all of this guilt. She's like, now I can't even be with him because like she can't even tell the guy that one of the reasons why she can't actually be with him, because now he's like, oh, you got into uni, all of these things. Because before the brother dies, he's like, oh, you've got into uni, all of these things, like why can't we be together? Then she's like, yeah, we just can't be together, because she can't tell him like, oh, my brother likes you, because no one knows that he's gay.
Oh, no one knows the brother is gay.
No one knows the brother is gay.
So then why is he like, how can you hold hostage over my man? Like, and like he's not even gonna do anything with it.
No, because
like, one
he
of the
was
boys
thinking
is like,
he was
one of
gonna
the boys
do
is like, oh,
something
I have a
about
crush on
it.
Javette, yeah. But he's outside, he's gay, and he's like keeping it inside that he's straight. Like, how is that gonna, I'm gonna be mad at him? Like, how is he stopping me from doing my thing?
Yeah, but she like loves her brother. Like that's half of her.
That's her brother.
She's a twin.
She's a twin.
Yeah, they're twins.
Even more. What's this nigga doing, bro? Like, either come out. If you're gonna stay inside, you can't be holding a hostage guy.
But he's a popular guy. Like he can't just come out.
No. But what I mean is, if the other guy isn't gay, is he?
No, we don't know.
But like, he's clearly crushing on
He's clearly crushing on the sister, yeah.
So like, how can he hold the hostage over my man? And like,
Listen,
it's not even possible.
That's the
It's
story.
not even possible.
It could be possible. Who are you to say no?
Nah.
Anyway,
Like,
that guy will.
If this guy was like, okay, I'm bi, I something. Like at least
Yeah, but like,
or like
see,
if
we would never
bro is
know.
just hiding in the closet and
We
we
would
can't
never
hide
know
and
because
be hiding.
no, but you know
others.
what he was doing? Yeah, he would be like, "Oh, let's revise together." He'd like go, and he was that guy did DT as well. Yeah, he was the only person who did DT. Like he'd go to the DT room during lunchtime when he was there, so that they could revise together. Like he didn't need any help with his maths. Like he just did it so that they could spend more time together.
And
they spent more time together.
but it's not
and
like
the crush was developing.
But it's not like what they did. They hold hands one time. No.
But we'll never know because we never hear from the brother's perspective
about her.
about what happens when they're alone together.
But
But they spend a lot of time together.
yeah, so I can spend a lot
Yeah,
of time
and
with you.
And they just like, listen, that's the story. That's
Okay,
the story.
fine. I'm getting my sister's thing though. Like that's long, bro.
Anyways.
You can't put someone on.
No,
pause.
but like it's just who she is. Like she would never do that to him.
That's a twin. Yeah, I'm saying that I can't put twin.
Yeah. And then
I do actually.
you have a twin.
No, my sister's pretty close to me
Yeah,
But
you're
like-
twins. You're not twins.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Anyway, yeah. So then now she ends up going to uni, and then she will talk to like that guy because that guy was like one of her brother's closest friends, and like one of her closest friends as well. And like they stay in touch and they kind of like talk to each other. Then she ends up getting this boyfriend at uni, who's a rower, and he's like, you know, just like the ideal guy. But you know, in these stories, when someone is already in love with someone before, even if the most perfect person comes along, like they're never the perfect person. Anyway, so she ends up like getting this
I
boyfriend.
feel like that also feels like that's also kind of real life.
Yeah, that is true.
Like when you have someone that's just continue holding your heart back, you can try and move on. But no matter how perfect the future is, the past is just calling it.
Yeah. So then now, she. So then now she goes home like around the time of her brother's death. But she goes to that guy's house instead of going to her house. Then they end up going on holiday together. They go on a camping holiday in Montenegro. And I was like, shout out Montenegro! First of all, guys, if you've never been to Montenegro, you should definitely go. Like, it's so underrated. But anyway, so they end up going on this camping trip in Montenegro. Like, they have like 4 days together, just like out in the sun, whatever. Then they come back and she's like, I don't want to go back to uni, like whatever. So she calls her mom and is like,
Dropping out of Oxford.
she's like,
Look at that.
I don't want to go
man.
back to Oxford. Then the mom is like, go back. I thought you were in Oxford. Where are you? She's like, it doesn't matter. Da, 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 da. 1 hour later, she's outside that guy's house. She's like, where is my daughter?
So she knew her mom knew.
The mom doesn't know. Because the mom doesn't like that guy because she blames him for the brother's death. Because it was at his birthday that the brother died.
Yeah, makes sense.
So then the other one was like, nah, Z, you're going back to Oxford, whatever. So she goes back to Oxford. Then she still has that boyfriend of hers. And then,
Just cheating on a holiday.
No. They didn't do anything. They just went on holiday. Like nothing happened. No, nothing actually happened.
Go on holiday with your ex, bro.
Nothing actually happened. And then, what's this called? I don't even know if they had kissed at this point.
Ever.
Because it took them time.
Fair.
So then now she goes back, she ends up being with her other boyfriend.
But she's kissing this guy.
No.
Treachery, oh.
No. I think even for a while, like they stopped talking. She like develops like an eating disorder. She finishes uni, she ends up getting married to that guy, they get a house, all of these
The
things.
Oxford ruined
Yeah. And then he comes back into her life and then they all end up being friends. Like her, Will, the husband, all of them are friends now. And then the husband gets cancer. And Will and the husband now become really good friends when the husband gets cancer. And like,
Because homie could sniff it, he could sniff it. He said,
no, because he had no other friends.
Oh.
Yeah, he had no other friends, so they actually become like
Because he was
really
alone now.
genuine friends. No, because he like had like those people who you think have a perfect life, but they don't really have a perfect life. He was one of those people. So he had no like deep, meaningful like relationships in his life, including his marriage, bro. Like, let's be so real. That marriage was doomed from the start. And then
you become best friends with the guy that's gonna break up your marriage.
I don't even think. Then the husband survives the cancer, and I think they
And she's
end up,
mad.
and they end up getting divorced.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
She was pissed.
They end up getting
She wanted a
divorced,
house.
and I think they get married. But yeah.
This was also Sally Rooney.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say she's an orphan and a half. But
No, it's just, I think it's Claire Deverley.
Claire Deverley.
Yeah, Claire Deverley. I'll confirm.
Sounds like a serious name as well.
But yeah, no, I can't lie. I read that. Okay, I listened to it on Audible because I got a free book, and I was like, people were saying this book is so good. So yeah, it was a really good read.
Worth it.
Yeah, so worth it. Yeah.
By the way, guys, we're gonna put a link to all these books in the bio.
Yeah.
And if you buy it, me and Jabet can get some Yamachoma. So like, please.
Just get one book.
And guess what? You get to read the book. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And it's the same.
And we only give you gems, by the way. Straight gems, worth your money.
Quick note before we continue. This episode today is being sponsored by Sarai.
Are you a small business looking to have a clearer view of your finances? Then check out Sarai.
Sarai is an AI-powered platform that shows you where your money is going in and going out. No spreadsheets, no confusion.
Check them out at sarai-global.com. That's sarai-global.com.
Alright, now back to the episode.
Okay, guys. You might notice that the background has changed, and I think we've switched sides as well. But there is a reason for that. So when we were filming originally, this guy over here couldn't keep the story short, so we had to do a rerun.
Sorry, continue.
So we had to do a rerun and we record his part, so enjoy.
Yeah, so...
No, if I start with the name of my book is...
Oh, my name of my book. I was going to say that. My name of my book is My Country, Africa. I don't have it on me anymore because I gave it away because it's that great of a book, right? So it's an autobiography by this lady called Andree Blouin. And at the time, her enemies named her the most dangerous woman in Africa. So her book is obviously an autobiography. Starts off with how she comes into this world and ends with how Congo ended up losing its independence despite working so hard to gain it, right? So her story starts like this, more or less, right? There's this 40-year-old French man who's prancing around Congo, selling stuff, getting raw materials back. And during his journeys, he stopped by this village. And they're doing the usual, they're doing a traditional dance, they're walking him, whatever. And when he's sitting back watching this happen in front of him, he notices someone. Someone strikes, kind of like in the movies, right? But instead of it being like the chief's daughter, it's the chief's granddaughter that he notices. Yeah, so it's a little girl. So he becomes, I guess, I don't know what the word is, but he's infatuated with this 13-year-old girl at the age of 40, mind you. And he says, I have to marry her. She's already meant to marry some governor, right? Some other African governor, but she was too young to marry him. So she's going to marry him later, but the dowry had been paid. So my man, wealthy as he is, white, pays double the dowry, and they consummate their marriage after a few days. So this guy consummates his marriage with a 13-year-old girl, gets her pregnant, and our protagonist is born to a mother of 14 years old and a dad of 41, 42. And like I said, her father was French, So, and her mother was African Congolese. So she came out mixed. They call it like métissé in French. So her life, first 3 years, she's in the village. You know, she's living life, she's happy. But then now, her father's ex-wife, not for ex-wife, but like...
He's like the wife that he left.
Yeah, the wife that he left back in France, yeah. She's like, yo, where's this guy? She comes to Congo now looking for this guy. Because now he's up, whatever. She's like, oh, I'm going to marry him, whatever.
Yeah.
And now
Like,
she's a
it's
big
time.
hater. She's like, she's like, time for the money, boy. Like, so now she shows up, and obviously she's a big hater. She knows he has this African family, with a child and whatever. She can't get pregnant, so she's hating on everything. So they take our little Andree Blouin at 3 years old from the hands of her mother, take her into the city and leave her at an orphanage, a Catholic orphanage, right? Where she's basically raised to know that she comes from a sin of lust from on her father's side. You know, he had a child with an African woman, and then just an overall sin because her mother is African. So she's the demon spawn, if you will.
That's so crazy that's like how things used to be.
Yeah, it's still
Right.
like, and that's like, this is like nuns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are the Catholic nuns teaching her like, oh, you must pray every day. You have to repent. Getting whipped for anything and everything. Being fed nothing. Still being told like, you're like the spawn of the devil. And like, if you keep praying, maybe, but probably never, you might be able to make it out of one of the 7 hells. And you might make it out of purgatory.
God.
But like, heaven, relax. Heaven, that's not for you at all, bro.
Oh my
Your
God.
mother's African. So from like the ages of like 3 to like 17, she's in this orphanage with other like mixed kids as well. There's also like a separate part for like actual orphan African kids whose conditions are even worse than theirs, but theirs is pretty horrible, right? They're being whipped every day. They're being made to sew. Like their education is like sewing the nuns' clothes if they have holes, sewing stuff so that is it what it's called, monastery? I don't know, whatever, the orphanage can sell those things and then make money, and then the nuns eat good, and then these guys eat like scrap donations, so they don't even really get the benefit of their hard work. But they're in there sewing, and she said her most prized possession was like a needle, and like if you lost it, you're praying for Christmas that you get a needle. If not, like they used to like sharpen some bark, like some like a little thorn thing, and she'd have to use that to needle, and you're needling every day, bro. Like you're sewing every.
So it's like, this is the thing that gives you your livelihood. So it's like this.
This is like this is what you're doing the day. This is it, bro. You are just doing this. So she sharpened some other bark thing. She had to use that. One time for Christmas, she had lost her needle. Now she was waiting for Christmas to be able to get one. She didn't even get one because the nuns were big haters of our girl, man. Because she was rebellious. God. She was strong. She knew something was wrong with like how they're being treated, but she couldn't express it because her mind had been so accustomed to how she's been raised. Because like your environment is everything, right? Yeah. So her education bring up like she was still a bit docile. She didn't really know about the fight for people. They were kind of protected from like the atrocities that were happening, but she knew they were happening a little bit, yeah. So she starts reaching an age of like 15, 16. Now, obviously, the nuns are like, oh, you have to get married. And they're choosing your husband for you because you're going to marry another mixed person and you're going to live like in this secluded part. Because like, I guess mixed people really stood for so much of what these guys were against, what they were for. Because it's to say that like an African and a white person like could come together and like create this being, and that's like the child is alive and that's okay and they're a person. So how can they support that? Yeah. Because it's like, I'm saying
like,
this.
Hey, this shouldn't be happening. We're not condoning this. We don't want this to happen again. Like this is a one-off thing.
How can you tell the people they're like demonic and they're less than, and, they're less than a dog, they're less than whatever? But then you're still having children with them. You know what I mean? You're still doing the most human thing. The most human thing you can possibly do. Yeah. Create life. Yeah. And you're doing it with people you're saying are less than or don't deserve much or don't deserve anything. So I guess that's what these guys really stood out in society as. And she kind of becomes that figure. So she doesn't want to get married. Other people are getting married. She's like, Z. Who is this nigga? I don't care, bro. I don't care. I don't want him. Yeah. Until she reaches a point where she's like, actually, I have to leave. Because she had gone through so much. Yeah. Like, the food was terrible to the point where she she started eating clay. Like one time, she was just sat like outside the window.
Yeah.
Her mom never really used to. Her mom couldn't really visit her unless her dad said so.
Yeah.
And her dad visited maybe like once.
And this is like in the span of like 15
Yeah,
years.
yeah. And the only reason he visited her was now when she started doing like the clay. He started eating clay
Yeah.
because like she was missing home. Well, she just saw the clay and it was wet one day.
Yeah.
And she just had this like attempt, urge to
like what's this called? Why have I blind?
intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had an intrusive thought and she just put her mouth. He started sucking the clay
Yeah.
and she became addicted. So she became like that. She even called her boy like at night. If there's no rain, they would put like water. They'd sneak water, put that. She wasn't even eating anything else. So obviously she had like clay. Her stomach was getting hard in her
Yeah.
stomach. So she had to be taken to a hospital. Nini. Now all the guys, when the doctors saw that, they're like, "What are these conditions in the orphanage that this kid is this sick, bro?" So they did like a whole review of the orphanage, and then now her dad found out, and then that's when her dad decided to come visit.
Yeah.
And then he now allowed her mom to come visit.
Yeah.
But when her mom came to visit, yeah, her mom is so intense. She heard that these guys get beaten by chiquettes, like a whip. Bro, she rocked one of the nuns, bro. She rocked one of the nuns.
No
straight
way.
away. Like, I think one
Like
of
she
the
was
kids.
pulled up for like on smoke.
Yeah, like she's like, it's like now we're here. I guess
Yeah.
like Vizo, we're chatting. I'm like, hi mom, haven't seen you, whatever. Then like our friend comes and like, yo, we're getting beaten, especially me, because she's getting beaten a lot.
Yeah.
Andree's getting beaten a lot. So mom's like, what? You're beating my child? Fool goes and whoops the nun. Starts so she has this harsh upbringing. 17, she's like with her two besties. She's like, yo, we're out. So they use like some point in time and they sneak out and they run away. So now this happens, whatever, she runs away, she starts living life, right?
Yeah.
She goes with her dad who's rich, but she doesn't like it there because of like his white wife.
Yeah.
So she now goes to the city with her mom and starts hustling. And that's more or less now what she starts to do with the rest of her life. She's sewing for these white people whose husbands are trying to hit on her and like try and grab her, and then whose wives are jealous of her and mistreating her. She's just going through all of these cycles. She meets her first baby daddy, her first husband, falls in love with him. He's like a head of some big director of like a town, like it's a company town. She's living there. Life's too
He's
bougie.
a white man, yeah.
A white man, yeah. Because a black man couldn't even imagine his thought couldn't have been, oh, I could actually have someone of white blood. Like I could actually have relations with a mixed person because they have white blood.
Yeah.
And that's too far. Like that, you're too low in the dirt. You see yourself too low. You're being beaten. You've been lost. You've been destroyed.
Yeah.
You can't even imagine. So she really never had to know black people.
Okay.
She had 3 baby daddies. She put those numbers on the board. I can't lie. 3 baby daddies, 2 husbands. She was loving it. And she's a baddie. Leaves that guy. Keeps on moving in life. Second husband, right? She builds up with this guy, but this guy is also bare racist. Like, he never even let her mom into the house. Like, he used to be bad to her, but somehow she loved him, right? I guess this is that part of the journey of like, you have to learn to love yourself. And she never really had the space to learn to love herself. She was just like reacting to a terrible world that was around her.
Yeah.
Now, one time they have malaria. Not they have malaria, her son. So now with her second husband. She's moved on in life, whatever. This husband mistreats her mom. She has like a son. This guy gets malaria. He gets malaria, she takes him to the hospital. And at this time in Congo, you weren't allowed to have the cure for malaria if you weren't white. Her kids are like 3/4 white. You know what I mean? Like, she's married a white man, she's half. They're white passing to the point.
Yeah.
These guys are like, no, there's a bit of black, no. So she has to watch her son die in her arms for something that they had a cure for.
Oh my god.
And during this experience, he sees another kid, a white kid, who was her son's friend, get malaria,
and
recover, and watch the family leave the hospital in happiness. Or she just has to sit there with a doctor that can cure her son, but can't.
To.
But he can't. He's African. They can't give it to him. Like, they won't give him access to the medicine.
Oh my gosh.
And he passes away in her arms. So she's now starting to feel activated, right? Like, she's like, yo, he's like, this is not fair.
Can't be like, what's going on?
Because although she suffered, she also has white blood in her that's kind of allowed her to be at a slightly higher place in society, but still obviously terrible. Like she's been mistreated her whole life. Now, she leaves. She takes her daughter away to France because of this, because of her son dying. She comes back. Her husband's moved on.
Yeah.
But her husband has a guest in the house. Not her real husband. She meets this the third baby daddy, bro. She's like, oh, who is this guy? Yeah, she's in the house. She's like, oh, hey, go with your woman. Who is this guest you have sleeping in our crib? So now she falls in love with this guy and she runs away with him.
Yeah.
To Guinea. Now they're broke again. She had actually built herself up. She become like a farmer, whatever. And now during her time in Guinea with her third husband, she has more kids, whatever. And she walks into a shop. And there's a guy called Sekou Touré. He fought for Guinea's independence. And he has like you know those posters that presidents have like in shops, like when you enter a shop.
Headshots.
Yeah, like the headshots.
Yeah.
And she sees it and like it speaks to her. She hears, why aren't you on our side? And so she starts shouting in the shop, no, I'm on your side. And he's like, why aren't you on our side? And she becomes politically activated. She starts sending money to Guinea's struggle for freedom.
Yeah.
And she starts to build herself up from that.
Yeah.
Now she's, first of all, like, she's a woman as well. So there's no other woman that's able to be in that position that can speak as well as her, that has the courage to be able to rebel, right? Because obviously you guys are, like, what do they say about colonialism? Like, the most affected person was the African woman. Yeah. Because she was demonized not just by the whites, but by her own race, by her own men. Yeah. Who learned how to treat their women from how the Europeans treated their women. So she starts gallivanting across the country, doing speeches. Guys, please believe in yourselves. You have trades, you can earn your own money, you don't need a man. More than that, you can fight for your independence. Like, we're 50% of this population and we deserve to like demand this. Yeah. So she helps Guinea win that, and now she goes back to home, to Congo. And she joins Patrice Lumumba's candidacy, like his presidential circle, right? They call her Madame Blouin. That's like the last name of her now husband.
The third one.
Her third husband, yeah. And she starts fighting. That's more or less the story. She starts becoming more politically active. She becomes chief of staff. And now at this point in time, obviously the Belgians are seeing across because, okay, World War II does what? More than anything, it weakens the European states from their hold over here. Yeah. Like, they have so much work to do back home. They can't continue using resources. They can't keep on using resources to like, and have people here like dominating as well, So now the Belgians are starting to let up a little bit. Like, okay, we'll give you guys your freedom. Because guys are slowly entering like places in government a little bit. And now it's like other people are getting their freedom. Like, we know what you demand. Guys are starting to demand their freedom. So she's part of his faction. Obviously, there's like two other tribal leaders who are slightly opposed, who want to become president. Yeah. But like, Lumumba's the way. Lumumba's really the way. It's that. Now she joins the presidency. She helps them build it up. She's even doing crazy missions for these guys. Yeah. Cause like now they're trying to like demonize her in the media. They're saying, "Oh, Lumumba's mistress, gee what?" But she's on ground shouting. She's writing speeches. She's doing the talk. She's inciting people. She's deciding on like what's our strategy to get these guys to relinquish us. She's also thinking about safety because they're trying to kill them as well. Yeah. So these guys have to have like their
she's
guards.
Not being the brains of the operation, doing everything, and they're like, "How can we discredit this woman?"
Yeah, exactly. So they're saying, "Oh, she's nee," and she's like, "I'm not even mad at that. Like, guys know what I'm doing." Yeah. Because if they're demonizing,
it's like now I'm not gonna turn around and start fighting this when it's like this is just a distraction.
It's just a joke. Yeah, they're saying it for a reason because they're realizing the influence that she's having, that the president, that Lumumba's having. Yeah. So she's driving, and more than like even being the brain, she's like the courage. She's like the definition of like just keep doing what you believe in. Yeah. And like if there's roads in the way, you just have to like keep it stepping.
Yeah.
So now these guys finally get into presidency, right? The Belgians finally relinquish. Before that, she had to do some mission where she ran away to Rome because the Belgians were trying to discredit Lumumba by saying, "Oh, these Africans can't agree with each other, so how can they govern themselves?" Because they're like, "Oh, Lumumba and these other Africans, hey!" So these guys do some other maneuver where they're like, "Oh, now they try to kick her out of the country actually." So they try to exile her.
Yeah.
They're like, she has to leave. Now Kina Lumumba be like, "No, you can't leave, she can't leave, whatever." She's like, no, I'll leave. We use this to our advantage.
Yeah.
Now they were trying to discredit them, yeah? So these guys wrote down they had all these leaders sign, they were saying we're supporting Lumumba. And when she was leaving, she knew she was gonna get checked.
Yeah.
So she puts like the thing, folds it up and puts it something in her hair and she keeps it like that. So these guys, they search her, they check her buys, they check everything. Yay.
Where's this thing? We know it's on
They don't
you.
even know she has anything, but they're just checking to see that she doesn't leave like some information or whatever. She goes to Rome, has a press conference right as soon as she lands, bro. Says, "Look at the Belgians, they're trying to discredit us, but we're standing together as Congo and we want to like lead our country and Lumumba is our president."
Yeah.
The Belgians are like, see. Now her life is in danger, bro. Luckily, an ambassador was there. He sent her a car and they got her a plane and she left immediately because she would have been killed. I mean, she's in Rome, Italy, bro.
She's on their soil.
She's on their
they have
soil.
home advantage.
She's like a hero, and she actually that act ensures that like these guys have that democratic process and Lumumba becomes president, right?
Yeah.
But then very quickly, so who are Africans' biggest enemy? Ourselves, exactly. So she talks a lot about this, right? Like when she was doing that whole mission to like Rome to do all of that, her main thing wasn't even like hiding it from like the Europeans or the Belgians catching it. It was hiding it from like our own people in the circle who their interests weren't really aligned with the groups and were now being served by like these Westerns. So she was scared of like snitches, I guess.
Yeah.
Spies on the inside. That was the biggest enemy to like, and that what's really what led to like Congo's state to today.
Yeah.
Because now Lumumba becomes president. She writes his speech. Her words are what brought this country and said we're independent, whatever.
Yeah.
Amazing. Now, she said that the Belgians left, really, but now capitalism landed. So now the Americans, the Brits, whoever you name it, who knew that, because Congo is the richest country in the world.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that,
Yeah.
right? So their wealth and resources is just so immense. So these guys now start landing there. And when they start landing and everything, these guys are trying to figure out, how do we do this? Like, how do we now govern this country?
So
how
it's
do we run?
they didn't really anticipate that this was gonna like happen so quickly.
So quickly, like, you know, it's happy days, and then like the next day, like Lumumba was like on the ground, going around talking to his people, say like, you know, not saying the promises of like, what are we gonna become now?
Yeah.
Who are we now? How do we transfer and take the wealth and the ideas that the Muzungus did have, make that our own, and grow ourselves and protect ourselves. So,
by the way, Muzungus mean people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess it means travelers, which is what these lost wanderers.
Give it the context.
Yeah. So now it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hella hard, because not only is that happening, but there's also people who have been like turned and swayed by the Westerners, right? Like there's one person who became Lumumba's vice president, right? He was previously anti-Lumumba. Like they were clashing, but he was like a head of like some big tribe. So he had like a large part of like this region believing in him and that he was their leader, right? So when Lumumba was deciding on his presidency, he was going to be his vice president, there was another guy, who I've forgotten his name, but he was insanely influential. Like he was also a very quiet guy.
Yeah. Like
that's what had the Westerners, so they really hated him in particular, because couldn't even tell. It's called Gazenga.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell what he was thinking. Like, and this guy was like the leader of like the strongest warrior tribe like in Congo.
Yeah.
So now this vice president, now he's plotting. He wants it all, bro. So even though he's been like, okay, now we're together, like Lumumba is president, whatever,
he's like, now we've got to know what we needed. Now I can do what I need to do.
And Andrea,
so he's the real villain.
Yeah, he's the real villain. Like Andrea, at this time, she doesn't like she's conscious and she's courageous, but she couldn't be Lumumba because of one fact. Why?
She's a woman.
Yeah. Crazy.
Insane.
So, in fact, it even feels to that point when you read a book that it wouldn't even happened how it happened if she was Lumumba. Because she's like BS. Like, she's like, why are you letting this guy become vice president? Kick him out of the circle. Like,
so, like, she was like, I have a bad feeling about this guy. And then these guys were like, nah, we know what we're doing.
Because this guy used to side with the Belgians. Like, he used to side with the Belgians when he was trying to gain power and whatever. And, like, he had these Muzungu advisors as well.
Yeah.
So he had like his pride, I guess the worth that they're offering him. They're bigging him up. They're like,
So he was like, as long as it benefits me, like I'm gonna do it.
So now he leads the overthrowing of the government. That's
and how long, like after?
Bro, months. Just a few months. In months, these guys they got the military to overthrow the government. He took power, collaborated with like the head of the military, took power, killed Lumumba.
Oh my god.
Tried to jail that other Gazenga guy.
Yeah.
But his tribe were like, yo, we're gonna kill all the white people in our region if we don't release our leader. They said, go. they said,
okay, we're gonna pick our battles. This
is not the one. That's why he should have been vice president. Like, his guys were on gang. Like, they were like, who? You looked up who?
They're like,
we're killing all.
We're giving you another chance to think about that. We're giving you another chance to think about that. Is this the wisest thing that you can do?
Yeah. One word, he doesn't even know back and forth. Just one thread. Like, yo. So now, so they happen very quickly. Like, they asked for help from the UN. They call them like the Blue Hats. The Blue Troops landed. They just helped keep the domination. The new regime.
And that's like now why.
That's why Congo is. Obviously Rwanda engaged Congo to help governing of like the resources and whatnot. But like Lumumba was killed within months. Jail, killed, house arrested, murdered. Very quickly. And she then obviously gets exiled. So I think she went to live like in France or something like that. Couldn't live at home because now home is overrun. And within a few months from we're fighting for our independence. We've got it. We've lost it to our own people and like external people. Like now they're just dominating the country in like a completely different regard. And they'll just keep on doing it. Like using money, power,
because like
control.
they thought they're getting rid of one regime, but only to bring in another one.
Just another one just came and just dominated to a whole different degree. And she says, she feels the burden and she really pains. I don't want to say pains. But like, and I don't want to say liability either. I don't know what's what appropriate word. Just like the fact that she didn't have that physical prowess to affect change like the way a man did at the time. Because she had the will and the ideas and the ability to be the leader, to not allow
that to happen.
But it couldn't happen. Like Lumumba was a nice guy. She was hardened by life. To a different degree. And she was a hard guy. So and she also says that like if Africa won its independence through war, maybe we'd still have it.
Like sometimes you just need that force.
Which is, I guess, a heavy topic. It's a hard read, guys. I'll be honest. It's a lot.
So hard.
It's a heavy book.
Very not the vibe that I would read. But it's a very interesting story.
I think her story is what makes it worth it, and like how she goes about her experiences and how she details coming of consciousness of like how to becoming the political activist that she did. And also understanding how long it takes you to figure out what your path is in life and how you're gonna affect the world. Because she never like dreamed about it. Or like as a kid.
She discovered it as she went along.
She discovered like like 30s, 40s, and then now she just rolls. And now it's like a whole avalanche of like her figuring herself out and doing all of this. So
it is a very inspirational story.
It is.
Are you blocked on there?
No, I can. Oh, because I'm dark. Because I'm black.
behind the trees. The sun has gone behind the trees.
Guys, I don't know if you want to see me that badly. Yeah, it feels nice though. So that's the book. Heavy.
Yeah, it is a good story though. I'd say it's a very interesting story. It also just like kind of highlights like how recent some of these things were.
They're so
that
recent.
were going on. Because it's like sometimes it can feel like the Europeans being in Africa was like such a long time ago. Like it's another world. It's like when you learn about like World War One and World War Two. It's like this was happening so long ago. You can't even imagine that it was happening. And then you like read the story. Then you're like, it's actually not that long ago.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah, and like you can still feel the effects of like
2025 just started, bro.
26.
Yeah, now 2026 has just started. Like I feel like 2025 like went like a blur. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's just like, whoa.
It's nearly 10 years since we've been out of high school.
Okay.
It's nearly been 10 years. Not 10 years, but it feels like it's...
Why are you rushing? Why are you rushing us? Like, chill, babe, chill.
Yeah, it's a joke, guys. You know it's a joke. Could you jokes? You know it's a joke.
Whoa. Yeah.
Thank you for listening, no?
Of course.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for telling the story nicely.
No, it is. It's
It is
inspiring.
a very interesting, like, inspiring story, I would say.
Like, it makes me want to
I
be
think
the most dangerous woman in that band.
The most dangerous man. I was gonna be like, it makes me want to read the book for myself.
Oh, you should. Because, like, even just her words, and, like, I think it's how you see her deal with what's happening in her life. Because there's a lot more. Obviously, I've talked a lot about the book, but there's so much more nuance and depth into, like, her life.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you reflect and think about if she had so many disadvantages at her and she still fought for her country, Africa.
Yeah.
What am I doing? With all the advantages that I have.
Yeah, because you don't even you haven't been through like.
I haven't been anything. I haven't been to a millionth of what she's been through.
Yeah.
And I can shout, I love Africa, like I care. But what are my actions?
Yeah. Do you think after reading this book, like you feel inspired to like do something?
I feel like I've always known,
like,
but like it's also just hard. But like now I feel like I have no excuse.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the life of someone who had all the excuses not to. Like she could have stopped and just enjoyed the life. Like a third husband. Like I guess that's really her husband because the rest were just men in her life.
Yeah.
Call them the baby daddies. Her husband, like the one that she truly loved, was like an engineer. Like he was interesting on his own. She was a hustler. She was farming and stuff. Like so she could have lived a life without have done all of that. And like many of the events would have still transpired.
Yeah.
But
she wouldn't have
put
had
herself,
a part in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it probably wouldn't have happened as it had happened. They probably wouldn't have even reached independence probably without her. Because she was so necessary to gaining and like the women's vote, which is 50% of the population. Like how many men can speak to a woman and like understand her position and understand what should help her see that she should fight for her country.
Yeah.
Not just thinking like it's like a man's thing to fight for the country. Like knowing that you have a way, a position, and the power you have a say to affect the change and like demand it and go and vote or like speak about it and speak about like gaining freedom and everything. Yeah. Like she was so necessary to that. Like it's, but she didn't choose to be. But she put herself in that position. Yeah.
So much for sharing.
Thank you for listening, bro. I've really enjoyed chatting about our life, man. Yeah. So I don't have a book, like I said, bro. Just been out here. Please.
Read this book.
Read. I guess that's like the whole essence of this podcast.
That is true. It's kind of like just us being like, yeah, guys, this is why you should read the books that we read. It's us trying to convince you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully you feel convinced.
Yeah, well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
If you guys have any book suggestions, let us know.
Oh, yes, please.
We're going to do the next one, or one of them, with us reading the same book.
Yeah.
But these are both two books that we really enjoy talking about.
Yeah.
I'm excited for your next one.
I am excited.
I'm excited for the Odyssey. I'm excited. The next episode is going to be a banger, guys. It's going to be a
10
banger.
out of 10.
All right. Like,
share,
subscribe, and comment.
And turn on post notifications.
Do all of that.
Everything. Press all of the buttons.
I'm offering free border rides for everyone that does that, bro. Just send me a location. I'll pick you up. Love.
That's a W as risk.